Vice President Sara Duterte, is your office actively investigating anything?
Meron yung final dito. And then, meron yan assigned na team.
Ano
Meron
yung
din yan.
final, sir? Yung confidential funds, DepEd funds?
Yung confidential funds was pending before I arrived here. Andiyan na yun. Yung impeachment grounds, pinadala rin dito yun. We look at it. Ano naman yan? Kaya nga impeachable officer yan. So the only choice I have is to really actually bring it to the House and bring it to the Senate. And bring it to the House and tell them, oh, na-archive yung kaso. Pwede nyo na tuloy. Di ba? Kasi, February 11 ba yung deadline? O Feb 11, di buhayin nyo na yung kaso. Depende na sa House yan, ano attitude nila. Pero, yun ang, as a lawyer, I will go for the unarchiving. Kasi nasa Senate.
The PCIJ came out with an investigative report that in effect, they claim that from 2023 to 2025, clearly nearly 1.2 trillion pesos in allocable funds have gone to Ilocos Norte, Congressman Sandro Marcos, and 1st District Representative Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, no? Pero paano po ang Pilipino may utang na loob? Kultura po natin yan. Kapag ang sarili ng anak ng Pangulo, we're talking about the President's son, are you saying that you can honestly just not look at it from a personal point of view? I want you to set the record straight with former DPWH Undersecretary Bernardo. May mga kumakalat na number one, bata mo raw siya.
Taong tiwali.
Nakita ko naman no sa social media, the supporters of Vice President Sara Duterte, merong clip doon, tinanong ka daw about Martin Sal-en, tapos sinagot mo ang investigasyon laban kay Sara. Let's talk about...
Ano yun? That is not true.
That's not
I
true.
never said that.
Oo.
Never.
So hindi totoo yun.
AI lang siguro yun. Diba?
Now let's talk about Zaldico and his videos. Do you believe them?
Parang AI eh.
Yung video,
Kasi marami yung boses niya, parang masyadong hindi, parang ako lang, when I saw many parts of it, parang hindi ako masyadong at home sa mga ginagawa, sa mga sinasabi.
but do you believe...
Ang dami kasing cuts eh. Alam mo yan, para maging acceptable yan, dapat dyan, tuloy-tuloy. Dapat yan, walang putol. Dapat dyan, yung ganun talaga, yung talagang offhand sinasabi na walang censorship. Pero pag niredact mo yan, meron ka tinatago. Ano tinatago nila?
Pero may mga binanggit si Zaldico.
Pero maraming bagay doon na may factual basis. That we're taking the lead on that. Siyempre,
Like what, for example?
ano yan, alam mo dito, yung mga fact-finding teams, they're all aware of that. And they're not setting aside anything. And they have no instruction to do anything like that. I don't even know many of them in the fact-finding teams. Pero I trust them with the job. This is an institution, Karen. It's not about me. It's about how the institution acts on this problem.
But for example, binanggit ni Zaldico na tinawagan siya ni former Budget Secretary Nina Pangandaman, humihingi ang Pangulo ng 100 billion pesos worth of projects. Si allegedly, alam na ni Yusek Adrian Bersamin. Di ba? Yun alam natin ang buong kwentong to. Iniimbestigahan ba ng Office of the Ombudsman, number one, si former E.S. Bersamin, former Budget Secretary Pangandaman?
Ongoing.
Ongoing.
Yes.
Pati si Yusek Adrian.
Ongoing.
Yusek Trijev.
Ongoing. Ano yan eh, nasa responsibility namin yan. It's not all about power, it's about responsibility. You cannot set aside anything that will seem to harm the Filipino people. Dapat yan, lahat yan, aware ka. Ongoing lahat yan.
Oo. Pero kung ongoing ito, it means ang naging basihan ng investigasyon is the testimony of Zaldico.
Meron pang iba eh. Meron kasing mga statements pa si Bernardo, may statements sila Alcantara. Meron pa naman ibang statements na naging basihan. Kaya if they coincide, then kasama na yan.
What is your relationship with former Executive Secretary Bersamin?
It was good in the beginning, but we had our disagreements already later on.
But then how can he feel sure that you will not use your office, the powers against him now?
Hindi ako abusado, Karen. I've never been known to abuse any of the powers given to me in my whole life. This is my 7th position in government. And not a single case was filed against me for how I conducted myself in office. All of them are wala naman sa akin reklamong gano'n eh. Hindi ako abusive. I've never been abusive about power. Kasi nga, I look at it as responsibility. And Karen, more than anything else, I'm a leader of people. At that's what I do. I lead people.
Pabalikan ko itong Zaldico, alright? So you felt it was AI, and yet,
Hindi naman, may mga portion doon na parang AI yung sing-song na boses. Hindi, yun lang nakita ko. Hindi ko pinanood lahat eh.
but you are not saying it's untrue or true.
Hindi ko
You're
sinasabi
neutral.
yun. Hindi ko sinasabi yun.
Oo.
Kaya lang nga, yung Supreme Court nga nag-decide na, di ba? Sinabi nga nila, pag ikaw ay fugitive from justice, you're not allowed judicial relief. Di ba? Kasi nga, ano yan eh, hindi ka naman pwedeng pumunta sa social media at sa'yo na lang ang avenue mo. Dapat dyan, yung justice system, ilalang mo. If you're a fugitive, may tinatago ka.
But motu proprio, iniimbestigahan nila based on his testimony.
Hindi kasi ano yan, everybody's aware here naman eh. Pag yan lumabas sa Facebook, at yan ay napag-usapan na kahit konti lang, diretso na yan dyan sa mga lamesa ng investigador natin.
How can you bring Zaldico home?
Maraming paraan yan, Karen. Maraming paraan yan. Na social media will play a big part.
Okay? But then, kanselado na passport niya.
Mm.
Most likely,
Immigration to immigration.
okay.
Oh, immigration is one issue, di ba? Maraming pa ibang
Eh,
paraan
paano
yan.
kung nasa Portugal siya? Walang extradition treaty.
The Portuguese might get very mad if they know that there's somebody who committed crimes who are hiding there. I don't think they want that thing for their country.
But do you really want to bring him home? Kasi ang pananaw ng ilan, ayaw naman nila iuwi si Zaldico kasi ang daming alam nun.
Hindi, gusto ko siya iuwi. Ako, gusto ko siya iuwi.
Ikaw personally. Oo.
Siyempre.
What can you offer him pag umuwi siya?
Hindi, ayun na yun, mixed bag na yan. Kasi nga, yung immunity, mga ganon, mahirap muna pag-usapan yan. Kasi nga, hindi ko alam saan siya magagaling eh, kung anong kanyang linya. So wala pa kami pinag-uusapan, kaya wala ko iaalok. Di, umuwi muna siya.
At dapat alam ng tao, kahit na dati siyang congressman, even if he's resigned, pwede niyo pa rin siyang kasuhan.
Siyempre, oo.
Yeah.
He committed it when he was in public office. The crimes were committed when he was in public office.
The PCIJ came out with an investigative report that in effect, they claim that from 2023 to 2025, clearly nearly 1.2 trillion pesos in allocable funds have gone to Ilocos Norte, Congressman Sandro Marcos, and 1st District Representative Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, no?
Follow the evidence. Follow the evidence. Where the evidence leads us, we will have to go. Hindi na kami mamimili niyan. Where the evidence leads us, we will go there. We will bring it to the proper forum.
And even the speaker.
Yes, wala naman akong choice eh. It's something that it's a responsibility that I have to the Filipino people. And ano pa pang gusto ko mangyari sa buhay ko kung gano'n, di ba? I mean, apektado na nga ang pamilya ko, apektado mga anak ko. Pero they know that it's a job that I have to do. I chose to be to be the ombudsman. I applied for it. I had to go through a lot of things to become the ombudsman. And we will do what it takes.
Pero paano po ang Pilipino may utang na loob? Kultura po natin yan. Kapag ang sarili ng anak ng Pangulo, we're talking about the President's son, are you saying that you can honestly just not look at it from a personal point of view?
Kaya ko.
Kaya mo.
Kaya ko.
Bakit? Saan ang galing ito?
Ganun talaga ang ano eh. I've been a leader all my life and I have to make hard decisions. That's part of leadership eh. Huwag mong tatanggapin yung responsibility kung di mo kayang gumawa ng decision na mahirap. I think that's basic to everybody. Anybody who applies for this office, dapat kaya nila yan.
Will you be using the PCIJ report?
Gagamitin nila namin yan. Alam mo naman, siyempre, sa umpisa yan, parang hearsay yan sa umpisa. Pero, pag binigyan kami ng supporting document, then we will validate the documents.
It becomes lead.
Then we start investigating. Siyempre, titingnan muna namin yung field of vision na dapat namin malaman.
Kasi si Zaldico, nagbanggit rin siya ng bahay sa Forbes Park na allegedly inutusan, binili ng dating speaker at dun daw ang tambakan ng pera. That address exists. Are they investigating that too?
Hindi ko pa. Siguro. Kasi sila may hawak. Kasi I didn't watch the whole Zaldico thing. Kasi nung nakita ko na ayaw niya na umuwi, tapos ganito, sabi ko, why should I give credence to this? Diba? Or why should I take it seriously? As a lead, pwede. Pero, syempre, our investigators are on it. Wala nang papabaya rito. We're not about to give up on anything. Basta, titingnan natin how credible things can be.
Sinabi rin po sa akin, Speaker Martin Romualdez, na si PBBM ang nag-utos sa kanya na bilhin ang bahay sa number 30, Tamarind Street, para gamitin bilang bagsakan at imbakan ng pera mula sa mga SOP, koleksyon at deliveries na para sa Pangulo.
So the ICI also suggested 10 others. A lot of them are not known personalities anymore, but the ICI also recommended that you do case build-ups on former Senate President Francis Escudero, Mark Villar, Nancy Binay, and Senator Grace Poe. Pag-usapan natin si former Senate President Francis Escudero, may sapat bang ebidensya?
We're doing the case build-up now. We're doing preliminary work. Lahat ng kailangan gawin, ginagawa. So, I'd rather stop there about this case.
I want you to set the record straight with former DPWH Undersecretary Bernardo. May mga kumakalat na number 1, bata mo raw siya. Number 2,
Only met him in the Senate during the investigation.
and may ibang nagtatanong, why is the government giving him so much credence when he has what they call a creeping affidavit? Pabago-bago daw ang affidavit.
Ano yan? I delegated that already to the DOJ to actually vet him properly. Kasi nga, bago pa lang kami rito. And I trust the people there. May tiwala ako sa mga kumikilos dyan. The people who are there, who work with me, I trust them.
Do you see how powerful you have become?
I look at it more as a responsibility. Ang power kasi leaves many impressions on people. But it's really how responsible I have to be about the powers given to my office. Pero personally, it doesn't change anything. I live the same way that basta ganito lang buhay ko. Every day is a new day, and every day we have to win. We have to make a victory every day.
But then politicians, a lot of them are at the edge of their seats. Ang dami sa kanila siguro iniisip, grabe pag pinag-initan ako ng ombudsman. Because in the past, may mga ombudsman nakaupo ang kaso, delayed, alam mo yon, hindi really gumagalaw, kahit na motopropyo dapat ang investigasyon. Pero with you, medyo non-stop, ang dami sunod-sunod.
Oo, ano yan eh. Karen, ang iniiwasan natin dito, now, ma-weaponize ang opisina. It should never be that way. I don't want mad wrestling to happen, to make it a mad wrestling arena. Maraming politiko dito, sinusubukan nila mag-away, ginagamit ang ombudsman. That's not my cup of tea. Ang sa akin, pag meron silang violation of law, at na-damage ang Filipino people, may damage sa taong bayan, talagang hahabulin namin yan. Kasi nga, ano po bang gagawin natin sa bansa natin kung di natin aayusin? Ang dami-dami nating problema bilang isang bansa. And it's about time we started changing our culture. Kasi nga, yung impunity of corruption has to stop. At the only way to stop it para magkaroon ng deterrent is to have people punished for it.
But how do you not weaponize your position and the law? There's just so much power in this office right now. You can actually choose sinong kakasuhan, sino ang hindi kasuhan. You can choose to turn a blind eye also. That's power.
Ano yan, pero very transparent ang proseso namin. I'm talking to everybody, and I'm not evading any question. I think that's the best way to measure what we're doing with the power. We're not avoiding any question. You can ask us anything. We will answer it to the best of our knowledge, and when it allows our disclosure of many things.
Magpapasko na, wala pang nakukulong.
Meron
Nakikita
yan.
nyo yun,
Oh,
di ba?
Relax lang kayo.
Pero meron ka bang
Meron.
i-aanunsyo?
Hindi na natin i-anunsyo, magyayari na lang yan. Makikita nyo na lang. Kasi nga, mahirap na magsalita.
Warrant of arrest has been issued against Zaldico. Are you saying a warrant of arrest can be issued against senators this Christmas? Posible.
That's possible. O baka next week.
Sino po, Senator Bong Revilla?
Yun ang low-hanging fruit. Tsaka matagal na yan na lumabas. At matagal na iniimbestigahan yan.
Senator Chis Escudero, sir.
Case build-up pa yan.
Case build-up pa yun.
Ano yan
Oo.
eh. You have to go with the evidence. Ganun yun. We have to be patient. It's all a process. And due process is so important.
Bakit puro senador ang nababanggit? Bakit walang kongresista?
Yung congressman, meron rin kaming team na humahawak yan. We're investigating the contractors. Siyempre, dyan ka masisimula. Tsaka, di naman lahat ng batas na ipa-file mo 3019 eh. Meron kang batas na ipa-file dyan, civil forfeiture. Ano yan eh? Yun ang mga mabibigat at mababagsik na batas na ginawa ng Kongreso para manghuli tayo ng mga taong tiwali.
Nakita ko naman no sa social media, the supporters of Vice President Sara Duterte, merong clip doon, tinanong ka daw about Martin Sal, and tapos sinagot mo, ang investigasyon laban kay Sara. Let's talk about
Ano yun? That is not true.
that's not
I
true.
never said that. I
Oo.
never-
So hindi totoo yun.
AI lang siguro yun. Baka ginawa lang nila yun.
But let's talk about the Duterte camp. Pwede nila isipin, pinag-iinitan kami dahil ang ombudsman inappoint ng Pangulo or hindi pinapansin naman ng Duterte camp. Senator Bongo, in the Senate hearing, na-mention the company's ties with him,
Yes,
right? And then
yes.
the Diskaya ties.
Yes.
Is the ombudsman also doing anything
Under
about
investigation.
that?
We're doing a case build-up. Yeah, malalaman mo yan. I can show you some files later on, but I cannot reveal everything we cannot reveal that to the public. Kasi nga, we cannot telegraph our punches.
So, hindi ka namimili, pro-Marcos to, anti-Marcos to,
Hindi,
pro-Duterte
hindi.
to. Walang ganon.
Wala. Ano nga to eh? It's sala sa init, sala sa labig. Parang bibing ka. Init sa ilalim, init sa ibabaw. Ito itong posisyon na to, but it's okay. Kasi nga, ito ngayon lang tayo nagkaroon ng ombudsman sa republika natin. Pampito lang ako. It's a very young institution. And the whole world is looking at yung accountability mechanism. Mahalaga yan sa buong mundo. So, it's par for the course. Pinili kong gawin ito, ba't ako tatalikod sa responsibilidad? Di ba?
You announced that you also want to reopen the Farmally case.
Yes.
Oo.
We're doing it now.
Ano ang nakikita nyo dun ngayon?
Ano kasi, parang pinahina yung kaso. Hindi maganda yung kaso final. So it was, it could have been an attempt at double jeopardy inoculation. Hindi pwede. We have to find the right case.
Offhand,
Kasi ano yan significant ang Farmally kasi pandemic yun Naghihingalo yung taong bayan, sabay nawawala yung pera na para pantulong sa taong bayan, di ba? And that really started a whole wave of corruption. Dito nagsimula yung maraming kalokohan dyan nagsimula. Yung kalokohan ng DBM, sa loob ng DBM, yung kalokohan ng maraming contractors, dyan nagkaroon na idea yan, na wala na mahahabol Sige, tirahin na natin lahat yan.
who are you seeing as the mastermind of Farmally? Was it,
Wala pa akong it's under study by the team. I myself do not direct every detail. Sila magsabi sa akin, di ba? And I will bring it where the evidence takes us.
how many months are you giving the team?
I think that we will have a lot of cases, yung maraming kaso na, by May.
By May.
By May, marami na kaming
Oo.
kasong na file niyan.
Okay.
Kaya nga we're hiring around 30 lawyers in January, and we will be hiring 70 by the end of March, hopefully. Pag naayos namin sa DBM yung aming plantilla, kasi nasa plantilla namin talaga yan then tuloy-tuloy na yan.